Wow,
Morning.
good morning, everybody. Good morning, Batoche. Bonjour, Tansi. How is everybody doing this morning? It's a beautiful day here in lovely Fairhaven in Saskatoon. I'd be remiss, I haven't been saying this, I should be saying this, as you know, we're coming directly from the heart of Treaty 6 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis Nation. So, welcome everybody. It's hard to believe, isn't it, Sherry, that we're coming up now to a final day of Back to Batoche. It's been just such a great last 3 days, and just so looking forward to our last day together for this year.
For sure. I was very leery about myself being the MC alongside of you. I knew you could handle it because you did it before, but this is my first time actually taking the reins at being an MC or co-MC. But you gotta be brave and have courage and believe in yourself, right? Because
That's
that's
right.
the first step in success, to believe in yourself. So I think we did a good job, Chris.
Oh, I think so too. I also think back to a Simpsons episode where Homer gave his wise and sage advice to Bart, which was the first step towards failure is trying, or something along those lines, right? So,
For sure.
but no, we did not. We certainly did not fail today. I meant that very ironically when I made that reference. I just love the Simpsons, so I had to throw that in there somewhere. Sherry, before we get going today, I did want to point out, I don't know if everybody can see this, but Sherry's got an absolutely beautiful beaded vest that was made by her sister that she's going to be wearing today. So I was just wondering if you could kind of show us and give us a little bit of a story behind that, Sherry.
Oh, so can you see that?
You bet. Yes.
Yeah, you know that story about the coat of many colors that my mama made for me? Well, this is kind of like my shawl of many beads that my sister bead for me. But yeah, my sister, I didn't even know she was a beader or anything like that. My sister is very crafty, and she lives in Edmonton. Her husband's a police officer over there, and she actually does a lot of crafts. And so my mom was visiting over there, and they decided that they were going to buy me a shawl, and my sister was going to make it. So my mom bought the leather, and my sister beaded it all. So it's very special to me. This is the first time I actually wear it, and I just want to tell my sister how much it means to me and how much time and effort that she took to make this for me, because I know she's proud of me in the role that I have in the nation of Saskatchewan, and I think she made that for me to. I want to show off her work and be proud of her too. So, thank you to my sister and my mom, who believe in me and support me every day. And I know it's a lot of work, and I'm away from my family a lot, but I know they believe that the work I'm doing is for the Métis people, and that comes straight from our roots, straight from that blood that's in us to continue and to persevere, and to know that the kids coming up behind us, our future generations, we need to be a role model for them. So thank you, my sister. I love you so much.
Yeah, we had just so for viewers know, we had a pre-meeting this morning just ahead of today's live broadcast, and we were complimenting Sherry on that on her shawl. It was just absolutely amazing, and I wanted to make sure that she had a chance to highlight that and give that shout out to her sister. And by the way, you're absolutely coordinated today with the beaded necklace and your earrings as well. Everything all ties in quite nicely there. Yeah.
Another shout out to Lydia Gardner. She's the one that did this beading on the necklace. So I have that. Can I show you something else?
Sure. Yep.
While we're showing things, Lydia, I got this vest when I was in Ontario, and it didn't have any beadwork on it. But Lydia Gardner from Saskatoon, Nippy Designs, did the beadwork on that. So that's another one of my shawls. So
beautiful.
That I'm very proud of also.
Excellent. Yeah. So yeah, Lydia Gardner, Nippy Designs, as you said. If you need some beading done and you're looking for somebody here in Saskatoon, there you go. There's somebody that you can definitely take a look at right now to get that done for you.
Yeah, and she's also a fashion designer. She had I guess her outfits in the fashion show last year, and I
Hmm.
was modeling one of them, and their president was modeling some of the shirts that she makes for men. So big shout out to Lydia, and I think she's in the Artistian market this year. I'm
I
hoping
think
she
so.
is.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you are curious, again, as I was going to point out as well, we do have the Artisans Market, which is part of the. If you go to the backtopatochedays.ca website, you can see that there, and that's where we have our online vendors set up. So feel free to check that out. It's we've got some amazing vendors that are part of this year's Back to Batoche celebration. So please take a look, and if you can support them as well, because we do need to have support for our vendors as well. So thank you
For
very
sure.
much for that. Yeah. So yesterday was just a simply amazing day. It was a fully packed day with a number of competitions. We had our Fiddle Finals. Last night we had the our Saturday night jamboree, if you will, with our four amazing artists that we had there. That was just simply great to watch. I wasn't able to stay for the whole thing as I had a little bit of a family commitment that I had to take out, but simply for what I did see, and then I watched a bit of it as well this morning. It was just a great performances overall that we had last night.
Well, I was dancing in my kitchen by myself, so my
Well,
mom
there you
must have thought
go.
I was crazy. Doing the
uh,
7-step and all kinds of different dances in my kitchen as I'm mopping the floor and things. So
yeah. Yeah, so this year, obviously, with Back to Batoche, Sunday is a very special day because it is the day that we're wrapping everything up. And as always, we do, with every year with Batoche, we have our procession that we take from the fairgrounds that we have in Batoche to the cemetery at the Batoche Historic Site. So this year, although we can't be out there in person, we did have Elder Norm Flurry lead a procession that was filmed via a drone. So apparently, there's some amazing footage that's going to be part of this particular procession that's going on, and so we will not be able to be there to walk out by ourselves, but we're going to be able to do it virtually this year by way of the this video presentation that we've got right now coming up.
yeah. So on Sunday, one of the things that we do out at the Batoche site is we start with a mass. So we have a priest come and we have a mass, and then right after the mass, then we start the procession. So it's unbelievable how many people take part in that procession and how many elders actually make that. It's more than a kilometer or a
Hmm.
mile. So they walk, and in the hot sun, we have people, ready to pass out. Last year, we had somebody that needed medical attention because their sugar levels went down. So, it's kind of like a pilgrimage to the cemetery to honor the people that fought for us in the war, and the people from Batoche that are buried there. So it's a very nice celebration. And I just want to point out that last year when we were at the cemetery, there was two eagles flying above when we were having when the priest was talking. So it was very beautiful.
Yeah, very beautiful, very moving. And
Yeah.
before we throw it to the video, I did want to mention I did see on Facebook this morning that our Métis Nation Saskatchewan Vice President Gerald Morin is actually at Batoche this morning offering some prayers at the monument. So while we can't be there with him, I know he's doing some prayers and some offerings for us in person while he's there this morning. So
Nice.
without further ado, let's throw it to our procession.
This year is a very, very important part of our celebration. As we tell the story about who we are as Métis, and as we go back in our history, where this time of the year was a time of the year where people years ago from the One Arrow Reserve, the surrounding Métis communities like Duck Lake, Batoche, Saint Louis, and Saint Laurent de Grandin. There's pilgrimage taking place in Saint Laurent de Grandin at this time when we celebrate back to Batoche. So people have celebrated the novena and the pilgrimage since time immemorial. Our people have always been in touch with their faith through Mass, through prayer, through feasts, and through different times of celebrations during the time of our life, like New Year's, Christmas, Easter, all those celebrations. We followed all these celebrations. So as we continue, we have Mass at Back to Batoche, the last day of our celebration of coming together. And it's so important that we have had previous priests like Father Guy Lavallee, who was a Métis priest, a midship from St. Laurent, Manitoba. He used to lead Mass as a Métis until he left us and went on the other world. And we have the Archbishop who does Mass for us. And when they're not there, we get together and we lead and we come together like ecumenical conference or ecumenical Mass and of all faiths. We come together and celebrate God. So it's very significant as we share our thoughts and our emotions as we walk through this process going to Batoche after Mass. We have elders that still can walk. There's some people that's been there for 50 years walking the same procession to the gravesite to celebrate who we are as a people and honor those that are at the cemetery. So we're going on this, and we're starting off with the leadership from the church. We have our elders, our veterans, we have flag bearers, we have all those, our youth, those that are veterans. We all walk together, and most of the citizens that want to celebrate that day. That as we go forward, we walk by our Veterans Memorial. This is a great significance of those that fought through the resistance. The names are inscribed, and those that have fought through the different wars, the First World War, the Second World War, and the names of those people give those that are in procession as we walk by this Veterans Memorial that great pride of saying, my uncle has his name there, my grandfather, my grandmother, my sister, my aunties. So it's just so wonderful that we have those people still protecting us in spirit. And as we move forward, it's a long walk. Some people will maybe hop onto some type of a vehicle, take a rest. And those that are flag bearers will continue. And it doesn't matter how tired they are, they're very much wanting to do this in celebration. And some people have teary eyes. And it's so powerful to have teary eyes as we remember and we celebrate in emotions as we walk and we ride towards the cemetery. As we're talking about our procession as Métis and why we follow the ways of our old ways of our people, our old people, our elders, and those that have gone before us. As we look at the 7 generations or more of our distinction as a nation which our Creator God gave us, to uphold those rights and to make sure that we never forget, like our grandparents said, keep your heads high, walk with pride. Let's live with what our Creator and God gave us, our languages, and more so the Michif language which was born with us, our music, our stories, our ancestors. So let's continue celebrating together as we celebrated these past days through virtual connection. We must recognize also our First Nations relatives, those that have fought with us. I've heard stories back home. The Dakota people told their own stories and said, even though we were not supposed to go and take up arms again, we helped our brothers, our Métis brothers, because this would be a time where we could continue to fight for our land, our language, our rights, as we come together for the last stand. And so a lot of them were so happy to mention that they fought with us. Our First Nations brothers and sisters, there was the Cree Nihio, and there was also the Soto, Anishinaabe. Egi benut ni eche guisto, de we jigoyako. Guisto pinote paspitag. Itaka wikichik. Pinote paspitag. Kai she pep mats chik kayas. Tanchi guy speaks with chik tandega wikichik. Kegwa got the pita. Kegach one shik. Ipe wichi wananek. Xchumarsi chigi toya indetuan nia oma kapik squayan. And once we get to the gates of the cemetery, there we stop and we recognize those people and we think about those people. Dal cimetière atakshinya, egotakshi atakshinya, ego tinaga tuemana mekaniki, egotaka bishki. And he kagi not negate chipaspitachik and the magata poetama. Poyesh chinstota kikakio, kane kilma with the dad cimetière kite of tea. Quand on va à la procession de Batoche, on va au cimetière. C'est un grand honneur qu'on pense à ceux qui ont donné leur vie pour nous autres, sont enterrés dans le cimetière, comme Gabriel Dumont, et tous ceux qui sont enterrés là. Il faut toujours connaître notre histoire pour célébrer ensemble comme les Métis. Qu'on n'oublie jamais notre monde qui ont été en guerre, qui sont battus pour nous autres, pour nous sauver, notre langue, notre histoire, notre terrain, pour célébrer ensemble comme les Métis. With Gabriel Dumont is buried in this cemetery. Gabriel Dumont, we will never forget, and his brother Isidore, who was the first fallen Métis with a Siouan in Duck Lake. And they continued to fight for the rights, the freedoms, the land, and our languages, especially our language Michif. And as they moved from the Red River to come for freedom, and they encountered those same things. So went to St. Peter's in Montana to get Louis Riel to come to speak for our rights again. So those are the kind of things that we remember as we are in the graveyard. We celebrate together. Our families come together. There are names in the cemetery. We go to connect. We pray. And we have a good understanding. And we also have words there that are told, real good, strong words from our leaders. They have a chance to speak. Then we have people like Joseph Willett and those other people that are buried there, but especially our elders like Joseph Willett that gave his life. He remained in the trench that they dug, and they knew this was going to be a big charge of soldiers coming against them. And they didn't have very much ammunition, but they gave it the best. Same as we have today, whatever ammunition we have is what we're holding to uphold our rights, our freedom, our nationhood, and also our self-determination, our government, through the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan, as Gabriel Dumont was one of those leaders and the leaders of today that are fighting for the same thing. And we are coming together, and Joseph Willett was one of those people coming back to Joseph. He said to these young men, you go to your families, go to your children. You have to continue with the Michif Nation, the Métis Nation. Continue building what we started. I'm old, so I can give my life, but I will always be with you. And I will give my blood, and we will celebrate through our blood. And so we continue as a nation, as a people. And the mass grave that we see, 9 people that are buried there. And the nice thing about this mass grave is that those people that fought and died together are buried together, they're laying together, and they are representing what we represent today and continue the legacy. So we must continue to respect what is there, respect one another, and continue working on why these people gave their lives. And we understand why we go to the cemetery every year as we continue celebrating together in our hearts, in our minds, with our families, our children, our nation, and we celebrate with all Canadians as they understand and know who we are and why we're still here, we're still sharing, and we're teaching Canada the best of who we are, of that Métis Nation. Merci.
What a wonderful job. Well
Yeah,
done. Well done. It
yeah,
sure pulls on the heartstrings, eh?
that's what I was just gonna say. It's very, very emotional. What a
For
great
sure.
way to do that procession by way of a virtual way to actually go out and do it. Just watching when they did the headstone there for Gabriel and Isidore Dumont, you can see in the background, the South Saskatchewan River as it's flowing by, and all the historical significance of that. Very nice too with the Veterans Monument. I was very moved by that. That's for those who haven't seen it. If you when you go out to Batoche, you can't miss it when you first come out there and take some time to take a look at that Veterans Monument. It's simply amazing. The beautiful work that went into that and getting it set up. So very humbling. A very good way to start our Sunday for sure.
For sure. I have some family members that are buried there in Walter and Marie Fiddler, Bertha and Paul Fiddler, and Antoinette and Edgar Fiddler were big time people that were at Batoche and that we always used to go visit when we were young. So I just wanted to put that out there because when I was walking through the grave sites, I seen their headstone. So it really does. It really pulls on those heartstrings when you see family members' names and to know that they're being honored and that they're still alive in our hearts
Yep.
through Batoche, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I have any direct descendants that are buried at Batoche. My cousin Ryan or my aunt Lydia would probably know for sure. But our family originally came up as part of the original Red River resistance that happened in the Red River settlement,
Right.
and because they were very strongly allied with Riel, a bounty was essentially put on anybody who was a Riel loyalist's head. So
Right.
my family fled from the settlement, and originally they settled around the Fort Alacorn area
Okay.
initially. And so I know I've got family relations either in Muscadet or James Smith, First Nations that are right around in that area as well, because I know that there were some family members that married into those communities.
Yeah.
But then because of that, things kind of got a little bit hotter there, and then they ended up moving into Cumberland House.
Oh
So,
yes.
and I know there was a number of families that were part of the original Red River Resistance that ended up settling in Cumberland House, and mostly because of the need to get away from the Northwest Mounted Police because of
Right.
their involvement with that. So that's on the Saïs side of my family.
Oh,
That's
little
where
bit of
we get
history.
that from. A little bit
Yeah.
of history there, yeah,
Yeah. For
yeah.
sure.
So it's great to be able to kind of reflect and remember those that fought for our rights and for the things that we are fortunate to have today.
For our freedom, for sure. Um, so in saying that, we are now after taking a look at our procession. Hopefully, people can come and take part in that next year and actually feel it, and walk those miles, and feel that heartstring being tugged by being out in the hot sun, or it could be raining or whatever. But to be led by all the flags, is a huge thing too. So I just want to thank everybody that takes part in that, the elders, the veterans, all those people that make that walk. So thank you for that. So now I think, Chris, we're going into the food truck alley. We're
Hmm.
gonna we're gonna experience some home cooking, and we are going to hear from Brenda, who's going to be making fish
Nice.
patties,
Yep.
fish patties. And then it's going to lead into Vanessa Gardner is going to teach us how to make Métis tacos. So, and then for dessert, we're going to have maize cherry pie, and that's going to
Yep.
be something to look forward to.
Yeah, something
So,
that I look forward to every year. Like I was mentioning the last couple of days as part of Folk Fest, it's something that I look forward to every year. Yeah.
for sure. So the only thing I can make a pie, but I can't make the crust. That's the hardest part. So I think I'm going to have to go visit May, and can you teach me how to make some pie crust? So that's a
Yeah.
call out to May to say, you need to teach us girls how to make pie crust.
Yeah. As for me, I don't cook, so Walmart has a
Oh,
very wide selection of beautiful pies that they put out for guys like me. So there you go.
for sure. It's not the same though.
No, it's not, but still, for guys that don't cook, it's still nice to be able to come home and bring a pie.
Absolutely. So with that, I think we're going to go and check out Brenda's fish patties.
Fish patties. I grounded up some jackfish, about a 10-pound jackfish, but you can use walleye or whitefish or trout. And you can put any kind of spices you want. I put these 4. And I put half a cup of crumbs. You can make crumbs out of crackers or cornflakes. Plus, I put 1 egg, and you just mix everything all together. And you make these into patties, and you fry for about 5 minutes on each side. Thank you.
Hi, Tansa. Vanessa Gardner Sidasan. Today we are going to be making Métis tacos, also known as Indian tacos. I will be showing you step-by-step directions on how to make the bannock and how to prepare the tacos. So please watch and enjoy. Merci. The next step I do is I make a well in the middle. I add 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of water. I also add 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of salt, and I also add about a 1/4 cup of syrup. And I mix it right until it is all put together. You might have to add a little bit more flour. Just to get a nice warm dough. So the next thing you want to do is flatten out the dough as flat as you can, because in the oil it tends to rise and becomes really thick. So the flatter the better. So I'll do this. You might need to add a little bit more flour to it because it's kind of sticky. Next thing I do is I cut the bannock and I make some slits in it, just like so. Just about 3 inches wide. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the hot oil. I'm just checking if my oil's ready. Oh yeah, oil is ready to go. So you have 1 mesa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 at a time. And what I like to see is the edges turning brown, and then I will flip it. Okay, now I think the libe is ready to be flipped. Yummy. Wicked sin. So what I like to do is put it in on the fried bannock on some napkins or paper towel just to drain the grease. add some more lebe in the pot oil. That's it. Well, here we have our finished product of lebe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load it up with what you would use on your regular taco. So I'm going to start off with my sour cream. You see, so like this. Then I'm going to add my hamburger. And I'm going to add my tomato, some salsa. I use spinach this time, and a little bit of cheese. And there you have it, your Métis taco, traditional Métis taco, also known as an Indian taco. Wicked thing.
So my second recipe is pies. Pies was another big hit in Batoche, fruit pies. So I'm going to make the pie crust right now. You take 5 cups of flour. Get some more gloves on. Important to have gloves on it. The dough doesn't stick to you as bad. Then you cut in a pound of lard. Make sure it's lard, and I use tender flake. And then you work it in until it looks like oatmeal or feels like oatmeal. That takes a few minutes, but not that long. And I don't use the egg and the vinegar. I use a cup of ginger ale or 7-Up. People were always wanting pies in Batoche. They wanted, fruit pies, rhubarb crisp, apple crisp, anything. And I used to be the maker of the pies for Friendship Center's Folk Fest. I used to make 60 of them. With help, of course, but we still made 60 of them, and we'd go through at least 50 of them in 3 days. And I ran out of fresh, like blueberries and Saskatoons. I've been making pies and used it all up, so now I've got to wait for the fresh stuff to be ready. I had 17 bags of blueberries over the last year. I ordered a couple of my nieces in the north, and they're all gone. I would use fresh, like blueberries or Saskatoons, and I'd mix it with the canned stuff and just made a difference. So now I'm going to add a cup of ginger ale. And you just work it. All it takes is a pound of lard and a cup of ginger ale, 5 cups of flour. And it's no-fail crust. Then I can get some flour, put it on the counter. You just keep mixing it till you get it all together. Well, the bullets are boiling over. Turn them down. Then I get a piece of saran wrap or plastic wrap, and I wrap it up and put it in the fridge for a while. Usually can get about 4. I like my pies not too thick, so I usually can get about 4 or 5 pies out of this pile here. You can get 4 with no trouble. There, so I'll throw it in the fridge for a while to let it rest in the fridge. So yesterday I made some dough, so I'm gonna show you what happens after I take it out of the fridge. And when you take it out, you have to let it rest for a while as well. So now I'll it's cooled off quite a bit. It's still pretty hard. I usually use about this much to roll out my bottoms. So this will actually make 4 pies, maybe a pie shell. So that will almost be. Now you square it off. I square it off. Usually I don't, but it seems to roll better. And then just use your favorite rolling pin. Before COVID, I was doing a lot of catering. Had some young women that are my helpers. But since COVID, we haven't been able to do much of anything. So it was an honor to be asked to do this for M&S. I want to thank them. And then I usually just roll it with my rolling pin. Sometimes they fit and sometimes they don't, but I always doctor them up. If I don't get it right on, then that's what happens. See, I've got lots on that side. But once the fruit's in and they don't see it. Then you get your make another one and fill them up with our favorite fruit. Sometimes it doesn't want to spread out. I guess I'm being cheap. I don't like thick dough, so I don't know if everybody else is like that. Some people like thick dough. Ah, perfect for a change. Just about. I'm sure there's no holes in your bottom where it's going to leak. Okay, now I'll get the fruit. I have a can of Saskatoons and I have a can of strawberry rhubarb. So I'll put the Saskatoons in this one. I don't want it to leak or else you'll have trouble. I have a friend that wants me to make him 12 pies, so this will be the start. So this is the Saskatoon. And now I'm opening up the strawberry rhubarb. Gonna taste Saskatoons. I think it wouldn't hurt. Might have a good flavor. So in goes the strawberry rhubarb. This is I usually add real rhubarb. I mean Saskatoon and strawberries and rhubarb, but today I'm not. I'm just doing it because I didn't get them ready. I'll usually add it in here. Cook down the rhubarb and the strawberries, and then I add it. So when you do your tops, I'll do the tops. Well, I guess we'll get 4 pretty good. That's pretty good. Usually you can get 5. Not 5 full pies, but 5. Here. Saskatoon. Oh. And you fold it over, and you make a little slit. And you have to water down the round pie. You usually water around the pie. And then you bring your pie over, pie crust over, and you kind of aim for the middle. Perfect.
Wow, I was looking forward to that cherry pie recipe all week, and I was not disappointed.
I can't believe how easy it is to make pie crust. Well, it looks easy the way May makes it, but
Yeah,
I am going to try that.
that's the thing. Like the people who are the pros always make it look so easy, right? And then
Yeah.
when you go to do it, it comes out completely differently, right?
For sure. Who would have knew 5 cups of flour, 1 pound of lard, and 1 cup of ginger ale? I would have never
Yeah,
thought ginger ale, but
yeah. I would have never thought that either. That's what I was surprised. It was like ginger ale, really?
yeah.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, I guess that's something I'm gonna have to give a shot with
Yeah.
next time. So as we've mentioned before, throughout the weekend, all of the videos that you've seen, including the food truck alley videos, are available right on the Back to Batoche Days.ca website. So at the very top of the page, you'll see a map that has all of the links to everything that you've seen here, and you'll probably see a graphic that'll come up in a second as well. But there you go. So you can go onto that site and you can see all of the videos that you've seen to this over the last 4 days as part of the Food Truck Alley series. And as well, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the recipes are all written out as well. So you can screenshot them, you can write them down, whatever the case may be, and feel free to try those recipes for yourself at home. And I believe those will be up for at least a while anyway. You'll be able to catch those videos and give it a shot. If you're feeling adventurous one day, everybody's kind of at home with COVID, and give it a shot with trying to make something, one of those recipes that we've seen over the last couple of days here.
There's also a healthy cooking Métis book that's out. It's probably online, but it's the Métis cooking. It's a healthy cooking that they had put out a few years ago. So if people want to look at that, also there's some Métis recipes in there too. So that's some place that you can check out too.
Yes, yeah, and like May said, that's those pies are they fly off the shelf at Back to Batoche. I don't know how many times I'm trying to get up there to have a piece of pie, and they're all gone. And as she mentioned, of course, as well, that's a staple with the Folk Fest celebrations that happen here in Saskatoon, which unfortunately won't be happening this year. But she's making, how many pies did she say that she makes over the course of the weekend for that? Did
Oh,
I
I don't,
hear?
I
I
don't
kind
know.
of
She did say that she has an order right now that she has to make 12. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so over the course of the weekend, I know she goes through probably, I'm guessing,
Did she say
dozens. And
did she say 60 or more?
that's what I thought. Yeah, something around 60 pies that she makes over the course of that weekend.
Yeah.
So it's just amazing the amount of work that goes into that. But I'll tell you firsthand, it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious.
And those Métis tacos look good too.
Yeah, I haven't had breakfast yet, so
Oh boy.
watching that's making my mouth water right now. I'll tell you.
Yeah. You're gonna have to take a few minutes and make yourself something there, Chris.
That's the plan here. At some point, I'll have something to eat here while we cut away to one of our videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next on the agenda is our final installment of the Little Jiggers, pardon me, the Little Jiggers Village, and this particular time we're going to have some lessons on learning Michif, Métis culture, and some singing competitions, and then as well, I believe there's going to be some spoons, if I'm not mistaken, too. That's going to be part of this Little Jiggers, our Little Jiggers Village. Yeah.
For sure. Well, let's learn how to play the spoons and let's learn some Michif.
You bet.
Tansigia, Samson Nasika-san. How are you doing? My name is Samson Lamontang, and I'm going to teach you guys some Northern Michif. Can you guys say Tanse? Tanse. That means hello. Can you guys say Tansikia? Tansikia. That's hi, how are you? So if someone says to you, Tansikia, they're asking you, how are you doing? The best way or the most common phrase, answer, would be Namoya Nanto. Namoya Nanto. That means there's nothing wrong with me. I'm good. So if someone said, Tansigia, you can say, Namoya Nanto. And then you would say, Kiamaga. Kiamaga. What about you? So that's a really polite thing to say, is ask someone how they're doing. All right? So if they said, Tansigia, you can say, Namoya Nanto. Kiamaga. What about you? So there's some other words we can use, some answers. If you're really happy, you say Namiutin. Namiutin. I'm really happy. All right? If you're not feeling good, if you're sick, you're not feeling good, you can say Ndaksin. Ndakusin. All right? If you're worried about something, you can say Nepikwetin. Nepikwetin. And if you're not feeling good at all, you're not happy, you say Namoya Namiutin. Namoya Namiutin. All right? But I hope you guys are happy and you guys are having a good time. All right? So another thing you can do is introduce yourself. So I said before, Samson Nisika-san. Can you guys say Nisika-san? All right, now you guys tell me your name right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, tell me your name. And then say Nisika-san. Good job. So you just introduced yourself. You said, my name is. And to ask someone else, you say Kiamaga. Kiamaga. So I would say, Samson Nasika-san Kiamaga. What about you? Oh, Mia-sin, good job. All right. So I want to thank you guys for learning some Michif with me. Can you guys say, Marcy Jesus? So that means thank you, Jesus. Can you say, Egwa? Egwa. That means and. Then can you say, Marcy Mantu? Marcy Mantu. Thank God. All right. Thank God for giving us another beautiful day. So can you guys say, Marcy Jesus, Egwa, Marcy Mantu. Very good, Mia-sin. All right, the last thing I want to teach you to say is to say, see you later. Can you say, Moistas? Moistas. That means see you later. So I like to always end by saying, Marcy Jesus, Marcy Mantu, Egwa Moistas. So thank you, Jesus, thank you, God, and see you later. All right, Moistas. Tansigia, Samson Nasika-san. How are you doing? My name is Samson, and I'm going to teach you guys about some Métis culture. All right, so we're going to talk about the Métis sash. Can you guys say La Saint-Cyr? La Saint-Cyr Michif. La Saint-Cyr Michif. That means the Métis sash. All right, and I have a bunch of different colors over here. Métis sashes, Kayas, long time ago, helped identify different families. We have a cool pink one, and I believe this one is for breast cancer. This is a Métis sash for breast cancer. We have a really big, very cool red one here, all right? This is a very large sash. We also have different colors, like we said, and this one's a black, a lot of black in this one, to remember the not so good times that happened to the Métis. Wasn't always fun, all right? And this one is a very special sash. This is a sash that L'École St. Michael School, all the kids there, they picked this sash to be our very own sash at St. Michael's School in Saskatoon. So why did we wear sashes? All right. So Nito Tim, my friend, Cooper's going to help me out. Can you throw me the red sash? Oh, merci. All right. So Kai asked a long time ago, les voyageurs, all right, they came and they had to do a lot of traveling. They had to do a lot of heavy lifting. And sometimes they would hurt their backs or they would get a hernia, a really bad injury. So they would wear these sashes around them. Tie them really tight so that they didn't hurt anymore and they could make it back home. All right. So that was one of the reasons why they wore it. Another reasons you could use a sash is for a calendar. All right. If you were gone on a long trip, you wanted to know how many nights you were away from home. Well, before you went to bed, you would say your prayers and then you would tie a knot in your sash for each night you went to sleep. So you could remember how many days away you were from your family. All right. So how many knots are in here? 1, 2. So how many nights was I away? Very good. 2 nights. All right. So the Métis people, they love to wear their sashes. But Métis people, we all don't live in the same area. So sometimes the Métis wear them differently. Traditionally, men wore them. All right. And wore them first. And they would tie them in the front. If you look at a bunch of old pictures, photographs, a lot of times they have it in the front. All right. But some Métis believe that if you tie your sash to the side, to the left side, that means you're single. So if you went to a big get together, you walked in, hey, I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. All right. And if you had your sash on the other side, guess what that meant? What do you think? That's right. You were married or you had a girlfriend. Very good. So the Métis, they love to wear their sash. And they often would wear their sash when they were hunting. Pasqua mush tush. Can you guys say Pasqua mush tush? That's a buffalo. All right. We see a giant buffalo there. And they would shoot the buffalo. And often, to mark that that was their buffalo, they would take off their sash and throw it next to that animal. Okay, but buffalo hunting, it wasn't easy. It was dangerous. And sometimes you need to use your sash for another reason. Nico Tim Cooper. Sometimes you would fall off your horse and you would turn your sash, you would tie a knot into it so that you could put it over your shoulder and wear it as a sling so you could get back home. All right? So the Métis, they love to wear their sashes, but they also love their flag. And they would take their flag out on buffalo hunts. All right? Did you guys know what the first Métis flag was? The blue one? Oh, that's a good guess. The very first one was actually red and white. And it was given to the Métis by the Northwest Company. They gave it to Cuthbert Grant, one of the Métis' first heroes. All right? And the Métis love their flag. They would take it out buffalo hunting. But they love the Northwest Company, and they had a lot of blue in their crest. So that's why they changed it to the blue and white. But there's one more flag that I really like. There's lots of Métis flags. This is one of my favorite ones. And this one was used at Batoche. All right? So this flag means a lot to me. I really like this flag. All right? So you can see in here, it has some words. It says maison over here. That means houses, your homes. That's what the Métis really cared about. Hotel. That means the altar. The Métis are very religious, very Catholic people. And at the bottom it says surtout liberté. Above all, they cared about their freedom. All right? We have a hand here, a picture of a hand, and a picture of a wolf. Maikan. And do you guys know what that means? What it means is they prayed to God to give him the strength of the wolf maikan, to protect their families. All right? So, Marcy, thank you for being such good listeners. Egua mo estas. I'll see you again. Tansigiawa ni Totamak, Samson Lamonteng na Sikasan. How are you doing, my friends? My name is Samson Lamonteng, and I want to teach you a Michif Tanse song. It's a repeat after me song. So after I sing the first part, you guys can join in on the second part. All right? So let's give it a try. Hello, hello, Tanse, Tanse. How are you? How are you? Tansigia, Tansigia. I am fine, I am fine. Namoya Nanto, Namoya Nanto. Come on in, Pitikwe, Pitikwe. Sit down, Ape, Ape. Drink some tea, Matelete menekwi, Matelete menekwi. Oh, Mia Sin, you guys sang that Tanse song really well. All right, well, I'll see you guys again. Moistas. Tansigiawal ni Totamak, Samson Lamonteng na Sikasan. How are you doing, all my friends? My name is Samson Lamonteng, and I want to teach you guys a Michif number song. All right? So I'm going to sing it 3 times. First time, regular speed. Second time, nice and slow, and you guys can join me. And then third time, nice and fast. All right? So let's give it a try. Here we go. Piyak neso nesto newo nianan nikitwasik egwati pago ainanyu kigam tatat mena metatat Marcy Jesus Marcy mantu. Nice and slow now. Piyak neso nesto newo nianan nekatwasik egwati pago ainanyu kigam tatat mena metatat Marcy Jesus Marcy mantu. Nice and fast now. Piyak neso nesto newo nianan nikatwasik egwati pago ainanyu kigam tatat mena metatat Marcy Jesus Marcy mantu. Oh, Mia Sin, you guys did great. I'll see you guys again later. Moistas. Oh, I didn't see you guys there. Tansigia, Samson Asika-san. How are you doing? My name is Samson, and I want to teach you guys a little bit about the spoons and the Red River Jig, La Danse de la Rivière Rouge. We're going to play it to the Red River Jig. So, Kayas, long time ago, even to this day, Métis people love coming together for big celebration, have really good food, and then afterwards have a dance. Someone will pull out a fiddle, la violon. Can you guys say la violon? All right. And they would play, and people would get up and dance. But if you didn't want to dance, maybe your tummy was still full, you might go in the kitchen and grab some spoons. Can you guys say li cuillère? Li cuillère. And you would grab the spoons and you would play with the fiddle. So I'm going to teach you guys how to play the spoons. Just some basic spoon playing, all right? So first thing we're going to do, you can get 2 spoons from your house, put them together, and you can play the spoons. Or you can get one of these really cool fancy ones, all right? And they can help you learn how to play too. So we're going to play on our leg. We're going to play in our hand. We're going to put our hand over top. We're going to switch legs. We're going to play down our fingers. and on top of our hand too. Okay, so those are some of the moves we're gonna do. I'm gonna put on some music and we're gonna play the spoons together, okay? So you guys grab some spoons. You're good? Okay, let's play together. You guys can follow me along if you like. All right, on our leg first. All right, in our hand now. Oh, Mia, say good job, you guys. Back on our legs. All right, now we're gonna put our hand over top. Here we go. Wow, you guys are doing awesome. Okay, we're gonna go back in our hand. Follow what I do, okay? Here we go. Oh, Mia, stand back on our leg. Wow, you guys are doing great. We're gonna go from leg to leg now. See if you can follow me. Oh, Mia, Sid, you guys are so good. Good job. All right, down our fingers now. Oh, Mia, Sid, back on our leg. This time, try to make it sound like a horse galloping. Hand over top, here we go. Oh, Mia, Sid, very good. All right, we're almost done. Keep it up, you're doing a good job. This time, 2 times on our hand, 2 times on our fingers. 1, 2. Oh, Mia, Sid. Last time, we're gonna go side to side like a team of horses. Here we go. Wow, give yourself a round of applause. You guys did so good. All right, so Métis people, we have lots to celebrate. Okay, so can we say Merci Jesus, Merci Mantu, et quoi moi estás. So thank you, Jesus, thank you, God, and I'll see you guys later. Moi estás.
Marcy Sampson, thank you so very much for those great and very entertaining educational segments that we had over the course of the last 4 days with the Little Jiggers Village. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe GDI helped produce those videos for us as well as part of that. So a special thank you to the Gabriel Dumont Institute for helping with putting those videos together as part of our virtual Back to Batoche days. I love the culture. I love what Sampson was doing as part of the language. You can tell he's so passionate about what it is that he does with language and with culture, and especially with working with kids. That comes through in spades when you're watching those videos.
For sure, I learned some new words. That's for sure. I need to start learning the Michif language over again since I don't have my grandparents to teach me. But thank you, Samson. Yeah, I was practicing along with you, and I do got to say that I'm so graceful as Samson began playing the spoons. I was looking in my office for my spoons, and I spilt my drink, so I had to clean up a little bit. Grace, just call me Grace.
Yes, yeah. Before we get going, there was a couple of things. I know our next on the agenda is to announce the results of the competitions over the weekend, but just a couple of things that I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of. We got some numbers, and this is something that Sherry and I, before we go live, we have a little bit of a pre-meeting every day, and it's one of the things I'm curious about is to see what our numbers are like for viewership over that. So over the course of the last 4 days, and Sherry, you'll be pleased to see this. I know you were targeting for 20,000 views. So
Well,
based
10
on the
actually only 10, but
10, but the number is actually quite a bit more than that. We had over 27,000 views on the website for the weekend. 27,000 views.
thanks
And
everybody.
thank you so much, everybody, for taking the time out of I don't know if you watched all of it or a portion of the day, but thank you so much to everybody. I think it was 27,535, if I remember correctly, was the exact number, or maybe that was a little bit off. But and of those, and on the Facebook page we had, I think it was over 5,000 views over the course of that period of time as well. So again, thank you so very much, everybody, for taking the time to spend part of your weekend, part of the last 4 days with us. It's greatly appreciated, and it's obvious that Back to Batoche is a significant part of everybody's summer. It's a significant part of what we do here and across the Métis Nation as well. I've also just got a couple of notes here, some shout outs. Minister Carolyn Bennett sent me a note to just say that she's been watching and that we've been doing a terrific job over the weekend as well, and that she hopes to be with us next year for 2021. So thank you very much, Minister Bennett, for passing
Hi,
that
Minister
note along.
Bennett.
Hi, Minister Bennett. Yeah, hope you're having a great Sunday as well. And just a few other individuals that I see. Bonnie Leask, who has done a lot of work with the Métis Nation as well, just passed along some congratulations. Also, thank you very much, Bonnie, for those kind words.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Mm-hmm. And now we get to the point of the competition, the point of our day where we announce the winners of the competition. So, over the course of the last 3 days, we've seen some amazing talent. We've saw some little kids and obviously our elders that have been doing part of the competitions as well. So we want to make sure that we honor and announce who our winners are. And then for this year, something special, Sherry, that we had here. We actually introduced a competition that wasn't advertised. So this is actually what we're calling the Mini Métis, because we had so many videos that were produced by kids 6 and under that were participating specifically in the Red River Jig competition. We didn't think it was fair that they should be competing with kids from an older age group. So we actually created a separate competition level called the Mini Métis. So you'll be seeing some results with that. Then the other thing too that we just wanted to point out as well is that normally with the fiddling competition, what we would normally have is we would have the top 3 individuals kind of face off for kind of a final grand finale, if you will, to say who the winner was. Well, obviously we can't do that this year because of the nature of the way that we did the competition. It was video. We weren't able to obviously live stream people coming in as part of that. So what we've done is the top 3 placers in each category were assigned a winner. Were basically the winners, and then the 4, 5, and 6 in each categories were also placed into those categories as well. So basically, thank you to everybody who submitted their videos and participated as part of our online competition this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Just everybody across the land from Ontario to BC, we've had people submitting videos, and it was done fast, but they came in fast and furious, and of course it's not the same as being there to see the videos. There's actually been over 94 entries that submitted, so that is awesome. Like, that's more than what we can actually accommodate at Batoche. So again, that makes it fair to everybody right across our homeland to be a part of Batoche and to take pride in their culture, and to again try, right? It's about trying. That's right. And getting it out there, and who knows, maybe if you try hard enough, you're going to win some cash and exactly. show your steps off to people across the land.
Yeah, no, exactly. This is a great opportunity. Like you said, that this is typically more than we would be able to accommodate at Batoche. So, this is amazing that we're able to get all these entries in. And again, if you missed any of this, these performances are all part of, I believe, the second stage portion of the Back to Batoche website. So if you go to www.backtobatochedays.ca, you can catch all of those performances as they were rolled out on our website as part of the live stream on there as well. So you'll have access to all those entries, and you get to see, especially for the little kids. I thought those are just so sweet that we were able to get those.
Another thing, Chris, I was talking with Angelica about is we have some photos and some videos of Batoche over the years. And she was saying maybe that they could actually make a photo gallery. So then people can actually see what really happens at Batoche. This is just a little bit of what happens, but to have a photo gallery, and if people have photos, they can submit them and get them on the gallery, and it would be great.
Yes. One of the most special moments that I can remember being part of when I was at Batoche was when the Belle of Batoche came back a few years ago. There were people that came from all across Canada for that particular event, and it was, if we can get some videos or some photos from that event, that was just an amazing day to be part of that, to actually see the unveiling and hearing the bell rung for the first time in basically since 1885. That was an amazing day.
Yeah. Oh, there's been some amazing events and amazing people that have been involved with the Métis Nation and with Back to Batoche Days. So absolutely, if you have some photos and you want to submit them, actually, you could probably submit them to backtobatoche.ca, days.ca, or to myself, and I can get them to Angelica or whatever. But as long as we have those, and for everybody to be able to see these pictures and to get in touch with the land and Back to Batoche Days. So even, I don't know, like 50 years, we're celebrating the 50th year this year, but we're going to celebrate it next year in true Métis style. And if people have photos or anything, I know they're rare, like 50 years ago is a long time, and I don't know, technology has surely advanced, but any kind of photos would be an asset to our Back to Batoche Days.
Definitely, yeah, that'd be awesome. So again, if you can send those directly to Sherry, or I'm sure there'll be a link that you'll be able to send those photos to, so that we can share those as part of our celebration that we'll be having next year with the delayed 50th anniversary of Back to Batoche. We're definitely going to be doing that as part of 2021 as well.
Oh yes.
So without further ado, let's get queued up here. Let's get our winners announced. I think everybody's tired of hearing us banter back and forth, but let's see who's in the money. So first up is the Red River Jig competition. So as I mentioned, the mini Métis, I should say, the 6 years and under. So third place, Bruce Atkinson from Thornsby, Alberta. Congratulations. Second place,
Athena Bluebell from Fishing Lake, Saskatchewan. Congratulations.
And in first place, Gage LaValle from Lac La Biche, Alberta. Way to go, you guys. You were the highlight of the weekend. I just loved watching the little guys giving her. So congratulations to you all.
They were so cute.
Yes, they were. They were amazing. I remember Gage in particular was very cute.
Yeah. That's awesome. Congratulations to all you children. Thank you. Next category is the junior category. So we'll start with third place. Elizabeth Griffiths, congratulations from Athabasca, Alberta. Thank you for your submission.
Mm-hmm. In second place, Haley Forsyth from Dauphin, Manitoba. Congratulations, Dauphin. I'm very familiar with that part of the country, so congratulations.
For sure. And for first place in the junior competition, 7-year-old to 12-year-old, is Shasta Nepinak from Dauphin, Manitoba. Way to go, Dauphin. Thank you for those submissions. Congratulations.
And way to go, Manitoba. We had so many entries that came in from Manitoba this year. It's amazing to see. And yeah, way to go, Dauphin. Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Next is our youth category. So that's this is the Red River J competition again. So from 13 to 17 years old. In third place, Skyla Burns from Dauphin, Manitoba. Congratulations, Skyla.
And second place, Kenton Aluk from Edmonton, Alberta. Way to go, Alberta.
Exactly, yeah. And in first place, Rochelle Gibosh from Dauphin, Manitoba. So congratulations. And again, well represented Dauphin, well represented Manitoba in these youth categories. So way to go, you guys. Thanks for sending in those videos and congratulations.
Absolutely. Manitoba has, they make it a priority for their dancers and to keep that square dancing and the jigging and everything alive, just like we do. But we have a little bit less, so we need to bring on so we can challenge the Manitoba Métis.
You bet.
Yeah. So next competition would be the intermediate Red River jigging competition, and that is for 18 to 64 years old. So third place goes to Corey Poitras from Whitecourt, Alberta. Oh, it's
Yeah,
a tie.
we had a tie. Yeah, so it's actually with Corey and then as well Ashla Michael Michelle, sorry, from Prince Albert's from PA, from your territory, sir. There you go, Ashla. Congratulations.
Oh, Ashla. Second place, Jocelyn Linkletter from Kikino Métis Settlement in Alberta.
Congratulations, Jocelyn. And in first place, Felicia Morisseau from My Old Stomping Grounds, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Congratulations, Felicia, and congratulations to all the winners in the Red River J competition.
Awesome. Now the senior category, which is 65 years old and over. Third place goes to Francis Underwood from Sandy Bay, Saskatchewan. Thank you for submitting, Francis.
Yes, congratulations, Francis. Sandy Bay, very close to my hometown of Flin Flon, so congratulations. Great to see that. In second place, Norman Casius from Kylemore, Saskatchewan. Congratulations, Norman.
Nice. And first place goes to Ed Poitras from St. Paul, Alberta. Congratulations, Ed. Ed is always out there on the dance floor at Batoche and can be seen jigging, fiddling, and dancing all over that floor. So congratulations, Ed.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember seeing Ed over the years out there. Yeah, you're right. He's a fixture. He's a regular at Batoche.
For sure. Congratulations. So
Next up,
we're going to go into the square dancing competition. So starting with the junior, first place went to D-Town Junior Steppers, again from Dauphin, Manitoba. And I've seen these people perform before, these juniors, and they are awesome. So
you bet.
Congratulations, guys, girls.
Mm-hmm. I was just going to say, I believe that this is the all-girl troupe that does the square dancing. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Yep.
And
they're great.
So it's girls. Congratulations, girls. You did
Oh,
a great
congratulations.
job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then in the senior category for square dance competitions, in second place was the Capel Valley Square Dancers, which is from a variety of communities from Larange, Pelican Narrows, Stanley Mission, Prince Albert, and the Muscopheating First Nation, Fort Capel, Saskatchewan. So congratulations to the Capel Valley Square Dancers for your second place finish in this year's square dance competition.
And I know they met at Kinsman Park to practice and do their videos. So thanks for coming down to PA and meeting here. And yeah, congratulations on second place. And next.
And first place winners in the square dance competition senior, again from Dauphin, Manitoba, the D-Town Steppers. So congratulations and well represented Dauphin in your dance competition this year. So way to go.
Now, next is the fiddle competitions. We have the junior competition, which is 13 to 17 years old. Third place goes to Haley Concur, Strathcona County, Alberta. Sorry.
No worries. In second place, also from one of my old stomping grounds, I lived in Brandon for a little under 2 years in the mid-90s. Second place is Rory McCallum from Brandon, Manitoba. Congratulations, Rory.
And first place in the fiddle competitions for the 13 to 17-year-olds is Zachary Willier, Edmonton, Alberta. Awesome, Zachary. Keep those fiddling fingers going.
Exactly. In the youth category, which is 12 years and under, in third place we have Naya Chapman from, again, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Congratulations, Naya.
Second place going out to Morgan Concour. Sorry, I don't know what that is. Airdrozana, Alberta. Sorry, I probably never said it right. I killed it.
That's all right. Congratulations, Morgan. And in first place is Max Francis from Victoria, British Columbia. Great to see BC represented in this in the winner's circle. So congratulations, Max, and to all the youth 12 years and under for the fiddle competition. It's great to see that this tradition is continuing on for the next generation as well.
For sure. And next is in the fiddle competitions is the intermediate, 18 years old and over. Third place going to Alicia Floor, Toronto, Ontario. Way to go.
Congratulations, Alicia, and well to see well represented from Ontario. In second place is Brianne Denby from Calgary, Alberta. Congratulations, Brianne.
And another Brianne who won the first place is Brianna Lizotte, Sylvan Lake, Alberta. Congratulations, Brianna.
Yes, and look at that. 3 young ladies that have won in the intermediate competition. Absolutely great to see.
Yeah. Yay, women.
And then our seniors. Yeah, our seniors in the fiddle competition. So this is 65 years and older. In second place, Stanley Bolio from Hay River, Northwest Territories. Great to see the Northwest Territories here represented as well. The Métis Nation does extend into the Southern Northwest Territories. So congratulations, Stanley.
And the first place is Ed Poitras, St. Paul, Alberta, for the fiddling competition. Again, like we've said, Ed is a fixture out at Batoche and is out there every year. And so he is the winner of the seniors category in the fiddle competitions. Congratulations, Ed.
Congratulations. Yeah. And now, we announce the big winners here. So the overall winners for the fiddle competition, the championship round. In third place. Go ahead, Sherry. Yeah.
Braden Gates, Edmonton, Alberta. Awesome. Way to go, Alberta.
Congratulations, Braden. In second place, Caitlin Armstrong from, again, just south of my hometown, Flin Flon, Paw, Manitoba. Congratulations, Caitlin.
Awesome. I have family there too. First place going to Paul Lemonlin, Val-Therese, Ontario. There we go. Look at that. Alberta, Manitoba, and Ontario. Great
Amazing.
job.
You know, just great to see that there's such diversity across the great Métis Nation, that we've got people from Ontario, BC, Alberta, Manitoba, Northwest Territories. Every potential part of the Métis Nation was represented in the winners for our competition categories this year. So now as a special treat for everybody, we're going to watch the 3 winners perform for us this afternoon. So we've got, and there's my grandson AJ, just making a special hello. So we've got the 3 winners coming up right now in terms of for your viewing and listening pleasure. So let's cue up those competition championship fiddlers.
Hi, my name is Braden Gates from Edmonton. I'm going to play a waltz, jig, and reel, Everett Larson's waltz. St. Patrick's Jig and Heritage Mountain Hornpipe.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Armstrong from the Paw, Manitoba. I'm glad to be part of this Back to Batoche virtual competition. I'm going to play Waltz of Anne Allen. My jig is going to be Smash the Window, and my reel is Hangman's Reel. A little shout out to the crew that I instruct here in the Paw MMF Fiddlers.
2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
just gonna do a quick retune here. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Paul Lemelin. I'm from Val-Thérèse, Ontario, part of the Sudbury, Ontario area. My three tunes today will be the Log Driver's Waltz, then into Paul's Jig, and I'll finish off with one of my own, one called Le Paillas Tire une Bûche, which loosely translates to pull up a stump. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Thank you very much.
Well, just once again, congratulations to all the winners in all the categories, and thank you especially to the fiddle championships. Those three fiddlers were just simply amazing. It must have been a very tough call for the judges to make in order to decide on the winners for that category. But amazing talent, amazing songs that were performed as part of that as well. So congratulations to all of you.
I would never want to be a judge in any of those competitions. The judges have a big job, that's for sure. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, that's such a huge job, a huge responsibility, but they did it well. And again, once more, congratulations to you all. So I think the phrase goes, as all good things must come to an end, as does our 2020 Back to Batoche virtual Back to Batoche festival for this year. It's been an absolute pleasure being with all of you for the last 4 days. Sherry, as always, it's a pleasure to be working with you again. And we did a little bit last year with the opening ceremony. This is the first time that I've been involved for the full 4 days, but it's been an absolute pleasure working with you. And before, I want to make sure that we also make an acknowledgement of all of the sponsors and those that helped with putting this particular production together. So obviously the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan, thank you so very much. Canadian Geographic for all the work that you've done. Again, if you're wanting to review any of the days that we did here, including Sherry and I's emceeing duties, those are available on Canadian Geographic's YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com. There you see it /Canadian Geographic, and they'll have all of the videos, including our emceeing for the last 4 days, that are available on there as well. So take a look at that. As well, the partners that help produce these segments, we couldn't have done it without Strut. Thank you so very much for providing the platform that we're using today for the graphics that were used as part of this. Parks Canada, obviously, the contribution that Parks Canada has done, provided for us in order to put these great videos together, and the work that they've done with the Métis Nation over the last couple of years as well has been outstanding. And NBC Radio, longtime supporter of Back to Batoche. It'll be great to have you guys back out there again next year for the live radio feed that you do every year with Batoche. I think NBC broadcasts the evening, Friday and Saturday evening galas that go on with that. So great to have you guys as part of that as well. As I mentioned previously, Gabriel Dumont Institute for helping to produce the Little Jiggers Village segments. And again, before we wrap up here, take a look around on the backtobatochedays.ca website, where you can find all of the videos that you've seen here today, including the competitions, including the food truck alley, the artisans corner. Take a look around, take a look and see everything. If you missed a competition video, you can see it on there as well under the competitions category. And basically everyone, hopefully we get to see each other. I know we'll get to see each other in person next year for the live Back to Batoche at the Batoche site. We'll be doing our 50th anniversary. It should have been this year, but we're moving that to next year. So it gives us an extra year to plan for a bigger and better celebration of Métis heritage, Métis culture from across the great Métis Nation as well. So with that, I'm going to throw it to Sherry to give her closing remarks, and then we'll move right into the closing ceremonies from there. So again, from the bottom of my heart, Sherry, thank you so very much for the opportunity to work with you today. Sherry, of course, is the Minister for Batoche, and the work that you've done over the years has just been great, and I appreciate you all for all the work that you've done.
Thanks, Chris. I really enjoyed having you as a co-MC. Like I said, I never did this before, but I like to talk, so that wasn't a problem. But I do appreciate all that you have done, taking up your weekend and these past 4 days to be with us. It means a lot. I know time away from our family is crucial. We need to spend time with our families, and I have been away from my family too because I chose to be at the office while we're doing this because there's too many distractions there for me. So yes, thank you again, Chris. And I have a few shout outs of my own since Chris did the partners and that. I want to say thank you to my family for always being there and supporting me, and to let me go when I have to go, and they know I have a job to do, and we're doing that for the Métis people. And thank you to my boys, Brendan and Creedon, my daughters, Ziana and Rihanna, and to my mom, who's 80 years old, who kind of holds the fort down when I'm gone, so keeps everything together. Thank you to her. Big thank you to my sister again for making me this beautiful shawl that I'll wear proudly, and I do wear it very proudly. Thank you for all your work in that. And I have two people that are always my sidekicks that are supporting me all the time. I call them my left hand and my right hand. So Corinne's left-handed, so she's my left hand, Corrine Eisbister, and Rhonda Huser, she's my right hand. So they're always there. They're supporting me. They might not be in the limelight all the time, but they're always helping. So I want to throw out a thank you to them too. I want to thank Angelica. She's been such a treasure to work with, like to keep us going, and she keeps us and lets us know when it's time to go on, and so I think you want to say something, Chris?
Yeah, I was just going to say, totally agree. Thank you so much, Angelica. She's been the lady behind the scenes that's been keeping the show going. She's been giving us our time cues. She's been giving us the schedules on a daily basis. We usually have, before we go live every day, we've been having like a short 10 to 15 minute pre-meeting just to kind of go over any changes to the schedule, things that we needed to discuss. She's just been a godsend. So thank you, Angelica. You've made this seem easy and effortless, but it definitely wasn't easy or effortless. It was because of having good people like you in the background helping us through this. Is great.
For sure. And I want to acknowledge Craig. Craig has been the one that's been uploading the videos and fixing up the videos, and I know I did a couple that they took out because I like to I have some bloopers in there, I guess. So they just took it out. So that's fine. That's okay. But I told them that we should have a blooper segment for all the people that had little words in when they made a mistake or whatever and had to start over. So that's just a joke, a blooper segment. But also, I want to acknowledge Penny Condon, who actually did. You acknowledged GDI, but Penny Condon actually did that work. Cooper and Samson, but GDI is a big part of the Métis Nation, of course. So, but I just want to throw their names out. Also, Lori Shea, Julia Burns, Rena Montgomery, all of them, they work behind the scenes to keep everything going also. To our president, to our Glenn McCollum, to Richard, our CEO, and the PMC, and all the staff and directors. Thank you for everything that you do for the Métis people of our nation. And for the people that submitted their videos, and the entertainers, the judges, and everyone who made the virtual Back to Batoche possible. Thank you so much. And we're going to get started like tomorrow on next year's. So if you're interested in entertaining or camping or putting in for the ball tournament or anything like that for next year, or if you have some ideas for a headliner, Please email me at Sherry McLennan at mns.work, or call me at 930-0899. And yes, we're going to be starting work for the 50th anniversary of Back to Batoche. Not virtual, hopefully not. Hopefully in person next year, July 22nd to 26th. So book your holidays for that time. Thank you again, everybody. It's been a pleasure, and so proud to be the minister of Back to Batoche.
Yes, thank you so much.
And I have a sign.
Oh.
Métis by nature, proud by choice.
Awesome. That's a great sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, everybody, again, this is the last time that you'll be seeing Sherry and I on screen for our virtual Back to Batoche. Thank you for taking time out of your schedules for the last 4 days to be part of this. We really appreciate that, all 27,000 plus of you that were part of that. And with that, we'll throw it now to our closing ceremonies. So have a great day. Have a great remainder of your weekend, and we'll see you in 2021.
The sign. Bye.
Bye.
We're going to do the closing prayer and give thanks for this beautiful day that we have today and the previous days as we came together in celebration with going home, wherever home may be, in your homes, however you're connected through virtual connection. We give thanks to our Creator, our Father, for bringing us together these wonderful days in our celebration as Métis people, Michifs, and wherever we come from, wherever our history is, wherever our homeland is, and the homeland of our people, to the United States and Canada, and all over the world where our Métis people are. We give thanks, our Creator, for connecting us in this very special way. And God, our Creator, as we came together these special days in prayer, our Métis Nation has come together with respect and humility since our creation by your power and love. We thank you in a very special way for helping us these past days to uphold our pride in our culture, and especially our special and beautiful language, Michif, and those other languages that we speak. God, our Creator, the Métis, your special people, came before you in special purposes, in celebration and intentions. God, our Creator, we remember our forefathers, our Métis veterans, for their sacrifices and bravery at all costs. God, our Creator, we give thanks for our special leaders, our special nation, and our special creation. God, our creation is so special through your power and grace. We give thanks as we honor our Métis veterans, and Louis Riel, Gabriel Dumont, and all those that fought side by side. They are always in our hearts because they fought bravely to serve their country, their nation, so we may have freedom to preserve our culture as Métis and proud Canadians. God, our Creator, we give thanks to Louis Riel and the Métis soldiers who fought to protect our rights and nationhood. Let us not forget who we are, where we come from, so our children and grandchildren can live on with the legacy that we leave. And we also give thanks for all those that worked so hard to bring us together as we were in Back to Batoche and celebrating in these special ways. All those people that worked so hard, we give thanks, our Creator, our God, and as we continue, thank you. How man tool bon Dieu. But the canipo yananos. Extidate man. 68 me kawanaki anan. Limit chief. Kakiao gewe, kipation kat konani kakiao up to sanak. We sakoteni newak, ponaki teok. Keep no chugish nikati konani kakiao. Awazi, ites kana ponem wea. Manitu, kiak skate and one kianan. Kiagaki pat nia kutasulate. La nation, la nouvelle nation yanan limichiv. Mitonenik chite mon mantu, wakiao chik chite moya. Stimar si cook kagipenak skato ya kuma virtual back to Batoche. Eksimaga egaskitaya, chiupina marco magasakitaya. Kipe mit sonan, kipe ni minan, pegitos chiganan vielo, kimamun patpenan, sakigwentonan, exkeitoya, extiteitoya, komagianan la nation mitchuf. Stimar sin de tauga kiokik, kaki ni kani chikat skada kikoma virtual kaustaya, but oma kaki atuskea, komat kaki autot li jorneo, hega utakaki ayapia, mantu. Stimar sin de tau, minek stimar sin de tuanan, kakiao, anigigani kani chik, kani kana pichik, and gigani chik. Métis Nation of Saskatchewan, Mituniga Shokak, Xchimarsi Wichia, Mina Xchimarsi Louis Riel de Tanan, Gabriel Jimoga, Yanik Kagi Benut Nigech, Chipashpi Wiakok Mantu, Xchimarsi. Mina Nus Xchimarsi Wichia, Kaya Chwani Kayak and Eustia, Antiga Sitzik, Kakiawagi one hatching and Garasat hatching. We saw on the MS tomorrow. Xchimarsi ginagskato yaki mantu. Xchimarsi, thank you, Marsi. Oh.
Tansay sinuaga na suma kay mihitago pun payoga Batoche. I'm sure gakiyo igagtapa kit miyonam unimihit tua upinawas suagaste. Too bad kay gaskita ayak live tagtapon tua. Tuichoganim tua kasi tahat sumuya. On behalf of the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan, the event at Batoche, the virtual event in Batoche, went very well. You know, the federal government, the ministers had some good stuff to say about the partnership with the Métis, but more importantly, the people that have enjoyed themselves watching the cooking, the games, and some of the dancing that was happening. I'm sure you enjoyed. I enjoyed it myself with my wife watching, but at this time, it's all over now, and hopefully next year we can meet in person live to be able to entertain you, to be able to move forward, and be able to be together and celebrate. So, on behalf of the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan, I'm sure thankful that you enjoyed yourself. Have yourself a great summer. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your participation in the first ever virtual Back to Batoche Days. It has been an exciting 4 days celebrating our rich and unique culture. I'd like to first give a huge thank you to Lori Shea of the M&S of Saskatchewan. Without your hard work and determination to get Back to Batoche Days up and running, we would be lost without you. To the many partners, Parks Canada, Canadian Geographic, Cindy Gadet and her research team, Elder Norm Flurry and Elder Sophie McDougall, President McCollum, and all the PMC, Chris Seacott and the M&S team, to all the entertainers, participants, judges, and everyone that turned into the virtual Back to Batoche Days, thank you. The virtual way of doing things has been a new experience for us all, a new way of sharing Métis language, culture, and traditions. The Back to Batoche website will continue to share the teachings of our elders and the Michif language and our great culture. The M&S encourages everyone to utilize our website to teach children and adults about Métis, and I encourage everyone to return to the website to access the videos, resources, the artist market, and continue to honor our language, elders, leaders, ancestors, and to commemorate the 1885 Northwest Resistance and the location of the Battle of Batoche. I would also like to emphasize the importance of our Veterans War Memorial Site, which includes a list of names of veterans who fought in the rebellion and gave up their lives for us. In closing, I would like to see everyone at Back to Batoche in 2021 to celebrate the 50th anniversary in true Métis style. Marcy.
Long ago was born a people, a new nation rose up strong. Years of trials and tribulation placed us here where we belong. With the past as motivation, all our dreams will be fulfilled. If we're true to our traditions, what a future we will build. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nations rise again. Never more forgot people with a true Canadian. Long ago was born a people, a new nation rose up strong. Years of trials and tribulation placed us here where we belong. With the past as motivation, all our dreams will be fulfilled. If we're true to our tradition, what a future we will build. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people with a true Canadian.
There's a circle of light that shines in your eyes, reflecting our hope and our dream. Come and walk next to me, where the dreams are meant to be, on a road that is all that we need. It's a long, lonely road when you walk it alone. It's a trail that is lost to the dawn. Let your dreams be the light that shines through the night. Walk with me, keep the circle strong. Keep the circle strong. Let your light shine upon every turn in the road that we're on. Let your journey be seen as the heart of a dream. Walk with me, keep the circle strong. Let the fires of time that burn in your eyes are all fed by the circle of hope. Anytime there's a change in the trial of the flame, born to ride on the wings of the wind. When the light in your heart shines bright as the stars, it's the circle that sings in your song. Let your song call your name, and we'll sing once again. Walk with me, keep the circle strong. Keep the circle strong. Let your light shine upon every turn in the road that we're on. Let your dream be seen as the heart of a dream. Walk with me, keep the circle strong. Maybe one more time. Keep the circle strong. Let your light shine upon every turn in the road that we're on. Let your journey be seen as the heart of a dream. Walk with me, keep the circle strong. Walk with me, keep the circle